All right, hola! I'm Heidi and this is Womanity. Welcome po sa inyo sa another episode ng Womoney Talk. So, as I've said, this is the second installment or this is a 4-episode series for the Women's Month. And super excited ako. If nagustuhan niyo po yung last episode namin about having that personal relationship with the Lord, eto sobrang excited din ako to share this with you guys because I personally feel that everyone, not just women, everyone should also encounter or take this kind of assessment na para makita natin yung mga strengths natin. I'm very excited about this topic because it made me realize a lot of things. Okay, so before I introduce to you our guest, I would like to show you some realizations that I've gotten after taking the assessment. Okay, so I'ma show you this. I wait. Wait lang. Okay, ayaw niya mag-show. Okay, anyway, ayaw mag-show ng screen ko. But I have a lot of realization dito sa when I took the Gallup Strengths Finder na to, no? Because sometimes kasi tayo we tend to be frustrated, we tend to be insecure sometimes, 'di ba? But hindi lang kasi natin nare-realize kung ano yung mga kaya at hindi talaga natin kayang gawin kahit ano pa yung gawin natin sa sarili natin or kahit ano pang pilit na gawin natin, hindi talaga natin siya kakayanin. Okay? And one of my realization after taking the Gallup Strengths Finder is I became more understanding about things around me. Kasi di ba merong mga times na we would be telling ourselves or telling someone na, bakit siya ganito? Eh ako nga, kaya kong ganito eh. Alam mo yung mga ganong klaseng scenarios na we don't take into consideration na baka naman kaya hindi niya kaya or hindi niya top of mind yung supposedly naisip mo na dapat sana ginawa niya. Eh hindi naman pala talaga niya maiisip yun because it's not even a strength that he possess or she possess, di ba? And then another thing that, another realization that I got after taking the assessment is that I no longer question nor compare myself with others. There came a time na sobrang nai-insecure ako because may, especially sa work, no? Kasi di ba pagka halimbawa meron kang work na hindi makuha or merong mga tao na they can do better than you, parang nako-question mo rin yung sarili mo or yung capability mo na, oh nga, bakit siya kaya niya, bakit ako hindi? Yun pala, meron lang talagang certain aspects na siguro meron siya na hindi ko talaga possess yun. That's why kahit anong gawin ko, eh hindi ko kakayanin. And lastly, last realization that I got from this experience, no, is the clarity on what I am good at and what I can do with what I am good at. So, ngayong alam ko na yung strengths ko, and given the kind of situation where I'm in right now, I have a lot of work, I have a lot of things on the side na ginagawa ko. But knowing my strengths, knowing what I can do, I know now how to capitalize on it. And I don't get frustrated anymore if meron ako hindi makuha. Siguro, hahanapin ko na lang sa strength ko kung paano ko mako-convert yun para makuha ko rin siya eventually. But if I know that what I'm doing is not aligned with my strength, then doon medyo napapag-isip-isip na ako, baka hindi talaga ako para doon. So it made me more comfortable about myself. I was able to understand myself more. Okay? Kung ganun din ang problema ninyo, kung ganun din yung mga nai-experience nyo dati na sobrang na-frustrate kayo, sobra kayong nai-insecure, sobra kayong kinu-question nyo yung sarili ninyo, and if you want to gain clarity, my guests for tonight will help me discuss this topic. Sobra talaga, guys. I hope you will stick until the end because this is a topic that is really close to my heart, and I'm sure when you listen to it or when you come to the point na talagang ma-realize nyo, ay, mukhang this will work work for me, I highly recommend that you take this assessment. But before we go into that, I would like to introduce you first to my special guest, of course. Uunahin muna natin ang aking mahal na kaibigan, my sister from another mother. Yun ang tawagan namin. Okay? My sister from another mother. And she is also the co-founder of Next Level. Okay? Mamaya, di ko kwento niya sa atin kung ano yung Next Level. Okay? Let me call on our first guest, Miss Monica Fontanilla.
Hello,
Hi,
good
sis!
evening. Good evening, sis. Thank you
Hi!
so much for having me.
Pleasure is mine, sis. Sobra akong na-excite talaga sa episode na to. Okay, and stay ka lang dyan. I will introduce our next guest. Okay, syempre, meron din tayo isa pang expert tungkol sa bagay na to. Oh my gosh, sino bang hindi nakakilala dito? Ngayong linggo yata, nakailang guesting siya. Bukod sa sarili niyang talk show or bukod sa sarili niyang FB Live, let me call on the certified Gallup Strength Finder Coach, Coach Ron Magsalin.
Hi Heidi, hi Monica.
Hello.
Hello, hi guys. How are
Hello!
you
Ay,
tonight? Thank you for inviting me here.
ayan, bilang nag-hi ka sa iba, batiin din natin yung mga nandito na. Of course, si John nandito na.
Oh,
Kinikilig
hi.
si Monica.
Hello.
Ayan, hi John. Si Jay nandito din. And si the Jason Matthew nandito din. Hello sa inyo.
It's
Of
the
course, si
Jason
Captain
one.
Nico. Yes, si
Yes.
Captain Nico nandito na din. Thank you so much, guys. If you think this is a topic that would help also other people to realize or know themselves better, you feel free to share this to your friends po or to your timelines para mapanood din po nila. Okay, oh my gosh, ang dami kong sinabi. Pero sobra kasi talaga akong na-excite. Pero before we go into the chikahan portion about the strengths, no, or the strengths that we possess, for the benefit of our viewers, and especially do sa mga hindi pa familiar dun sa Gallup Strengths Finder, Coach Ron, can you give us parang a short history lang of what this assessment is all about?
I see. Yung father ng strength psychology, si Don Clifton, na after ng World War II, na-realize niya na he wants to do something for the betterment of the world. So nag-aral siya about people, ano ba yung mga motivation. Kumbaga gusto niya maintindihan yung bawat tao. So nag-aral siya ng psychology. Kaya lang medyo nakukulangan siya because during that time, laging kung ano yung problema ng isang tao. Usually, di ba, pag we think about magpapa-psychologist o may psychiatrist, ganyan, laging may problema. But hindi yun yung gusto niya. So, nag-research siya. Ang nangyari is, for like 50 years, they studied people, what makes people successful. Kumbaga, doon lumabas yung idea ng strengths-based development and strengths finder na what if we are going to talk about development ng isang tao and start on the things that they're already good at. So doon nagsimula yung yung Clifton Strengths or Strengths Finder na tinatawag. Ayan. This is about ang kumbaga ang nila is positive psychology, understanding what makes people successful, what makes people react or respond in a healthier way. Ganyan.
I like the concept because dun siya sa root cause no? Dun siya nag-focus.
Yeah.
When you said nga kanina that it's not enough na magpapa-psychologist ka lang or psychology lang yung titignan natin on how people think. But there's a deeper meaning kung bakit ganun yung nagiging reaction nila into something. And parang hint na rin yon on how they could be successful in life because if they will be able to capitalize on their strengths, yun yung maganda kasi talagang kung ano yung innate sa kanila, yun yung magagamit lang nila at hindi na sila mag-aaksaya ng panahon at ng oras, right?
Yeah.
So,
ang nangyayari kasi before is, sorry, share ka lang. Ang nangyayari kasi before, kapag may problema, saka pupunta sa psychology, saka pupunta sa psychiatry. Hindi tayo nagiging proactive on really finding what's good in us. We wait hanggang ma-realize natin na talagang hindi ko na kaya yung pangit sa akin, talagang hindi ko na kaya yung mga nararamdaman kong hindi maganda about myself, and then saka tayo gagawa ng something to improve, to at least to restore, diba? Pero this time, what if we can be more proactive in finding what is great in us rather than waiting to realize na, okay, there's something broken in me. Usually, ganun nangyayari eh. Nagiging masyado tayong obsessed on finding what is wrong with us. Saka lang tayo gagawa ng step towards it. Ayun lang.
Grabe. Doon pa lang nadama ko na.
Actually,
Yung brokenness is, narinig mo ba yun?
diba?
Grabe. Sobrang, di ba Nika, sobrang on point talaga yun. On point yung objective talaga ni Gallup. And that's, so speaking of that, what does it make, how does it differ from other assessment program or self-realization program na meron tayo? It's, as we said, di ba, sa psychology is, kasi ano na yun eh, parang ina-address na natin yung naging problema na. But, for example, di ba meron din tayo mga tinatawag na NLP, meron ding mga, I don't
Myers-Briggs,
know,
MBTI.
yes, yung mga ganon. So, how does it differ from those assessments?
Yan, syempre ni-research ko din yan eh. Because I also took MBTI. Ano ba ako? ISTP. Tapos nag-iba din siya na ano. Pero konting-konti lang. Mas broad lang siya. Na ang pagkaka-describe ni Gallup noon na kapag pumasok ka sa isang bahay, pag pag Myers-Briggs, mas broad, nakikita mo yung buong room. Kasi it's either you are more on feeling or you are thinking or maybe introverted ka or extroverted ka. Sa Strengths Finder naman is, yes, pumasok ka ng room, pati yung furniture, pati yung mga small details, kitang-kita. Kaya mas nakikita ko na mas madali yung development plan towards pag nag-start tayo when it comes to Strengths Finder. Kasi mas detailed siya. Mas madali natin maintindihan kung saan nanggagaling yung mga bakit ganito tayo mag-isip, bakit tayo ganito mag-behave, or even the way we feel. So mas mayroong development plan towards mas mayroong development plan yung sa Strengths Finder, but both are accurate.
Okay, so it's advisable that before you take any assessment, you start with the Strength Finder first. Is that it?
Actually, siguro, Monica, no, I think if you can take everything for you to be more aware of yourself, take all the assessment that you can. But di ba, why not, diba? It's just
You
that
have all the fun to take every assessment for yourself.
yes, it's
True,
just that
true.
when I took Strengths Finder, I know now what's next. Anong susunod kong gagawin? Anong part, paano ko i-develop yung part ko na ganito? Like for example, nalaman ko na introverted ako. Walang next na, paano ko i-develop yung pagiging introvert ko? Pero yung, sabihin na natin, relator ako. Relator is mas more on, gusto ko mas close lang yung mga tao na kasama ko, ganyan. So, mas naiintindihan ko na paano ko ma-develop yung pagiging relator ko na ang gusto ko pala is deeper relationships with people. Na alam ko pala na since ganun nun, might as well start with the people I'm already close with. And then,
Nice.
kumbaga, sila yung nagiging bridge ko for me to, kumbaga, expand my network. Kumbaga, kaya alam ko na okay, pakilala mo naman ako kay ganito if I need to. Kasi nga, mahihain diba? Ganun naman ako.
Correct. Ayan, meron comment dito si John. Si John, by the way, is the husband of Monica. Very supportive naman si John. John! MBTI is a MBTI is a personality assessment tool, while Clifton Strength is focused on what you can do best, regardless of your personality. Thank you for your input, Brother John. Ayan, thank you for being
John.
here.
Because John is also a certified Gallup Strengths coach. That's why he is
Yes.
of it.
Correct. So now that we know the history and kung ano pa yung kailangan nating malaman sa Gallup Strength Finder, no? Guys, if you have your top 5 strengths, you can also type it doon sa chat box po natin or sa comment section. And later on, we will be randomly picking kung sino yung i-assess namin ni Coach Ron at ni Nika.
Hula-hula ba to?
Oo, parang makuhula yung peg, no? Pero ano, it's super fun, guys. Lalo pagka halimbawa, nag-take na kayo nito and then meron pa kayong mga assessment na kailangan i-take with the coach. So this is the right time para ma-realize nyo or makita nyo rin yung ibig sabihin ng mga strengths na nakuha po ninyo. Ayan, okay. So, Nika, ito naman ang question ko sa'yo. Before taking the assessment, what was your career life prior to that? So, what were you doing, and then what were your struggles? Parang fulfilling ba siya for you before, or it's not, or ikaw magkwento sa amin?
Okay. All right. First of all, yeah, pang Miss Universe. Hindi. So prior to taking the Gallup Strengths Assessment test, we have our own business. My husband and I we have our consultation business. It's kind of diverse. We do events. We do um, personal. We handle people for certain events. Aside from that, I am also a financial planner with AXA Philippines. So your question na prior to me taking the test, ang dami ko talagang ginagawa. Aside from that, I do have small businesses on the side. But given that na ang dami kong ginagawa, modesty aside, nag-excel ako with all those things na ginagawa ko. It's fulfilling, although part of me, naku-confuse who I truly am. Kasi sobrang iba-iba siya. Like I would do business na okay yung magiging income, I would get the result that I want. Same thing with being a financial advisor. Then again, you get to question yourself. Like, what's your one thing? So prior to that, that stage when I learned about myself after taking the Gallup Strengths, I'm clueless. I know I'm good at people. I know I like sales, pero it's very broad. So yun siya. Now, after taking the Gallup Strengths Finder, it gave me that clarity. Oh, kaya pala okay ako ng ganito. Kaya pala, kaya pala kaya kong pagsabayan lahat. Because, I don't know, if should I share now my favorite strength, Heidi?
Yeah, actually, yun yung next question ko. What are your 5 strengths? Sige, pag-usapan natin yung top
I'm
5
so
strengths
sorry,
mo. Oh my
na-jinx
gosh.
ko ba? Masyado akong excited. Kasi, ang sarap magkwento. Alright, so,
Totoo. Yun din nararamdaman namin pag strengths ang usapan.
oo. So, yun nga, yung kasi yung, parang it gave you that clarity on where you are going. It's also a validation of who you truly are. Yung, kumaga, alam mo naman sa sarili mo na okay ka at magaling ka sa sales. But this would, like yung sinabi ni Coach Ron kanina, yung details talaga kung bakit or who you truly are. So, yung sa akin, with me doing all those stuff, and then delivering and sometimes even exceeding to what is expected of me. Kasi pala, I have, yes, ito na. My top 3 strength is responsibility. And siya talaga yung pinaka-favorite ko na strength ko. Like, I do things when I say I would do it. No ifs, no buts. Regardless of how I do it, I would always deliver.
Mm.
So pag sinabi kong, if somebody tells me or assigns me to a certain task, it's almost 100% done deal. Parang ganon. So yan.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
can
so
really
Sarap na
attest
may
to that.
sarap na may ka-team member na ganyan, 'di ba? Heidi.
ako na lahat nagbuhat. Joke lang.
And Coach
Okay.
Ron, I can attest to that kasi nga magkasama kami before sa sa AXA, and sobra talaga siyang marami rin siyang award na nakukuha that time. And dun din sa
Mm.
business sila, sobrang hindi mo siya mahagilap dito. Hindi, alam mo, parang yun yung pinagtataka namin sa kanya kasi yung business nila would require her to go outside of the country. So most of the
Yeah.
time talaga, out of the country siya. But then again, before siya umalis, sigurado na meron siyang mata-turn in na new business sa AXA. So, alam mo
Yes.
yun, makakapag-travel na siya nang wala siyang problema. Alam mo yun, tapos na yung trabaho niya. Ganun siya kalupit. Ang galing yan. So let's talk about your 5
Na
strengths, Sam. Yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead, coach.
natutuwa ako kasi I've coached someone with responsibility. May mga times na kailangan niya talagang gawin lahat ng mga kinomit niya.
Mhm.
Because kapag raw, coming from the position of guilt, kasi kapag hindi ko nagawa, mag-guilty ako. Or even saying
True.
no, nakaka-guilty.
That's true.
Meron naman kapag nag-mature na parang I can say no because I care naman. So
I
do
like
you
that.
say no, Monica? How
I'm
easy is
actually
it for you now to say no or reject something na someone is asking you to do, yung mga ganyan?
I so can relate to that person that you coached. um, it was very difficult before. Sobrang difficult siya talaga for me. Naiintindihan ko yung sinasabi mo na yung naramdaman niya na she cannot say no kasi sobrang nagigilty siya. Kasi nga, since that is our strength, alam mo yun, hanggat kaya mong akuin lahat ng responsibility, aakuin mo. That's the blind side of being, of having that strength. Although ngayon nga, since I'm aware of my blind spots, um, kailangan ko talagang i-assess. Sometimes I even list down kung okay pa ba, kung kaya pa ba.
Mm-mm.
No, yun nga yung kinaganda talaga when you know your strengths and you're aware. Kasi some people would, probably not naman intentionally take advantage of you kasi they don't even know naman kung ano din yung
No, true.
situation, right? So it's really good to know that you are aware of these
Yes.
things. So, with your question na yes, nakaka-no na po ako. Not because I wanted to say no para lang ma-prove na, hey, mature na yung
Yes.
responsibility ko. No,
All right.
but
Nice.
yeah.
Alam nyo, let me point that out ha. Kasi you've been mentioning the raw and the mature and then the blind spots, di ba? For the benefit of our viewers, this might be an alien term for them. So, Coach
Yeah.
Ron, let's differentiate yung raw, mature, and what is it about the blind spots and how
Blind
can you
spot.
control that one naman?
Lahat tayo may raw talent. Ang very, ano ko nga dyan kumbaga, explanation ko lang dyan, lalo na pag financial advisor na, guys, kunyari itong taon na to, meron siyang woo. Sabi ko, hindi siya intimidated by strangers. Pumasok siya ng elevator. Ang daming tao, nakipagchikan siya. Paglabas niya, she felt happy. Ang saya-saya niya kasi nakapagchikan siya sa mga tao. Is that raw or mature? So that's raw. Why? Kasi hindi siya intentional. Masaya lang siya eh. Normal lang sa kanya. Sabi ko, what's mature? Anong itsura ng mature? Pumasok siya ng elevator, nakipag-hi hello siya sa mga tao sa loob, paglabas niya, meron na siyang mga business cards. So yung raw, lahat tayong may raw. Because it's natural for us. Pero there's hindi siya talaga intentional, not very productive. Masaya lang siya sa atin, natural. So, but there's a development opportunity for that. Kapag mature is, kapag ginagamit na natin siya intentionally for us to be more productive in life. So, yung dalawang taong sinabi ko, parang silang masaya.
Yeah.
Kasi ganun sila eh. It's just that the other one used it para maybe mas lumawak yung network, or it's just kumbaga yung pagiging woo niya, kumbaga an opening to build deeper and more solid relationships with people, kahit strangers. Yung blind spot naman is lahat ng talents natin. Like lang sinasabi ko or narinig ko rin sa iba na it can be double-edged sword. Na meron siya, they can create positive experiences for ourselves and other people, but they can also create not so good ones. Like for example, responsibility ni Monica na may tendency na laging mag-commit, na yung stress level niya umaabot na hanggang leeg. So hindi nakakagawa ng positive experiences. Tapos sa sobrang daming inako because of the nature of responsibility, mas nadagdagan pa ng guilt dahil hindi natapos. And gusto ni responsibility, hindi lang basta mag-commit or matapos yung commitments, they wanna do it right. Dapat tama yung pagkakagawa. Hindi pwedeng putyo-putyo lang. So lalo pa siyang magigilty na sa dami kong kinomit. Ngayon, nagmamadali ako, wala na akong time. I had to, hindi talaga, hindi in line with my standards. Sobrang sakit yun sa someone with responsibility. Yan. So yun yung blind spot.
Sometimes also.
Yeah.
Grabe, naalala ko tuloy yung kwentuhan natin, sis, kapag ka meron kang hindi natatapos natin, yun pala yun, no?
Oh, exactly.
Sobra, alam mo, sobra siyang umiiyak si Nika talaga dahil meron siyang mga bagay na hindi nagagawa. Sobra siyang and then ako naman, parang, I don't know what strength that is. Ako naman, kinukonsol ko naman siya na,
Okay lang yan.
pagdadaanan mo lang yan, ganyan. Alam mo yun, parang nakakatawa kasi parang hindi ako, what do you call that? Parang iisipin ko tuloy na ano ba to, parang ini-invalidate niya yung nararamdaman ko. Parang gano'n naman ako. Parang, kaya...
Yan naman yung blind spot din ni connectedness or even positivity. Connectedness is everything happens for a reason. There's something better na dadating dyan. Kalmado si connectedness eh. And even positivity kapag medyo negative na yung situation, it will all become better eventually, ganyan. So yung blind spot nila is parang wait lang, acknowledge mo muna na na may problema yung ibang tao or yung feelings din nila. Not right away na i-dismiss yung nararamdaman.
Ibablock mo, no? Oo. And then, so yun yung raw ko, 'di ba? Kasi parang lagi akong hindi okay lang 'yan, ganyan. Pero what is the mature version of that? How would I know if that strength, yung connectedness ko is mature na siya?
Ayan, nice. Kumbaga, connectedness wants to be part of something. Ito, grabe talaga kasi ito yung topic ko last Wednesday. Wants to be part of something bigger than themselves. Kumbaga, people with strong connectedness, they want to make the world a better place. Na lahat tayo link together. Lahat tayo, kung anong gagawin mo, mabuti yan, maganda man yan or hindi maganda, it affects other people. Ang mature nito is that you also help people na maintindihan nila yung purpose nila in life, na mas yung mga groups na ipagsasama mo for them to work together for a bigger purpose in life. And then when it comes to sabihin natin na approach in things, natutulungan mo yung ibang tao to see the bigger picture ng mga nangyayari. So napaka-powerful nitong connectedness because sa mga na-coach ko itong mga previous months, talagang dine-develop namin connectedness and they were able to actually build connections with people na kapag build sila ng teams na working together as one. Parang ang sarap ng gano'n, di ba? Kaya, kaya Heidi, palakihin mo na ng palakihin yung team mo.
Na-pressure na naman ako. Ano ba yan? Parang pressure yata itong segment na to. Okay, before we proceed to the next question so as promised, meron tayong isa-sample dito, yung random pick dito. Si Catherine Miranda. So, sinan niya dito yung top 5 na strengths niya. So, number 1 is belief. Number 2, relator. Number 3, restorative. Number 4, significance. And number 5, context. So, ikaw, Coach Ron, pili ka dito kung ano yung gusto mong i-elaborate on the about the raw and the mature, tapos kung ano yung mga blind spots, ganyan.
Hintayin natin. So, pwede bang ano na lang, kumbaga, in general, kapag I have this, sorry guys, hindi naman tayo nang judge ng mga tao, pero nagkakaroon na tayo ng hunch kapag nakikita mo na yung talents ng mga tao, especially yung top 5. Ganyan. So, kapag nakita ko, kanyari yung si Catherine, diba, meron siyang belief, relator, restorative, significance, and context. Mas na-feel ko na talaga na si Catherine, meron siyang core values na talagang hindi mababali. At kung titignan ko yung core values niya, mas related sa mga taong mahal niya sa buhay. Yun yung hindi niya i-compromise. Ayan. And may restorative siya and context siya. The way nagsosolve siya ng problems, yung reference niya is from past experiences, katulad ng sinabi ni Monica kanina nung nag-uusap tayo. And aside from that, so nakikita ko din na Catherine wants to make a difference, kumbaga a greater impact to people, but most especially sa mga tao na malapit sa kanya. So ganun yung parang una kong nakikita kapag nakikita ko na yung top 5. And kapag nalalaman ko na, alam ko na paano ko kakausap ng mga tao, paano ko sila kikilitiin in a way, alam ko na hindi ako pwedeng basta-basta na lang kumontra sa insights niya, mga ganyan.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun
so,
lang.
Catherine, umpisa pa lang yan. Nakita pa lang ni Coach Ron yung top 5 mo. So, if you want further explanation on your strengths, you go to your coach if you have an existing coach na, or you go to Coach Ron para at least ma-explain sa'yo on a deeper level yung mga top 5 strengths mo. Okay? Alright. And then, Nika, ang question ko naman sa'yo is ganito. So, when you take the Gallup Strengths Finder, were there a time na parang after mo mag-take, nakuha mo na yung result, tapos na-realize mo, saan banda? Alam mo yun, yung, bakit ito yung lumabas? Parang hindi naman ako. Yes, may instance ba na ganun? Meron ka bang, can you share that to us?
Actually, with my top 5, medyo wala. So, yung kanina hindi ko yata na-share yung top 5 ko with the audience. That's developer positivity, responsibility, context, and belief. With my top 5, I'm pretty much convinced naman na, okay, nice. Ako yan. Pero yung medyo hindi ako yung relator. Although I value talaga yung deeper connection, I feel like broad din naman yung connection ko. I don't know, Coach Ron, medyo contradicting yun nga for me. So sabi ko, relator, when I read, what does it, a relator mean? Or ano talaga yung strength ng relator? Parang sabi ko, parang ko naman, ang dali, parang lahat kinakaibigan ko naman. I reach out kagad. And I'm not sure though kung yun nga yung if I'm really a relator.
So, tignan lang natin kung ano yung, for example, ano yung raw ni relator. Ikaw ba yung tao na unang-unang nag-approach ng mga tao?
Yes.
Really? Ikaw, when you approach people, what's the intention?
I guess I don't want anybody feeling left out. Or I just wanna open up a conversation. Probably, and also negosyante nga kasi ako. Baka meron ako maging business sa kanya. So yun. And I just really am interested in talking to people. Yun. Ganun siya, Coach Ron.
So, dun sa nakita ko, meron ka rin kasing, meron kang developer, meron kang positivity.
Mhm.
Sorry, pangilan
Yeah.
mo yung relator?
It's not on my top 5. It's on
Oo.
my ninth. Ninth na siya.
Nine. Ayan. So, meron kang developer, meron kang positivity. Those are relationship building themes.
Mhm.
Pag nakikita ko to, na hindi yung relator mo is not very selective in the sense na kami lang.
Yeah.
Yung parang hindi ka na nag-e-extend. Relator, yun yung blind spot ni relator, na parang, kami lang. You cannot enter our group. Ganyan. So, ganun yung raw or blind spot ni relator. But
Relator.
kung mature yan, curious ka and open to connection with all people. Kumbaga, open ka for everyone. And there's an opportunity for you to build solid and deeper relationships with people. And nakikita ko dito is because, sabihin na natin, developer, there's an opportunity for you to see and help people grow as a
Grow.
person. So baka
Yeah.
yun yung nag-aano sa'yo, nag-drawn to
Yeah.
you para makipagkilala sa mga tao, but not necessarily hi, hello, goodbye.
That's true. That's true. Thank
Yeah?
you. I didn't see it
Mm-mm.
that way. Yay.
Yeah.
Happy ako.
Important yung connection, no? Oh, grabe. Oh my
Mm-mm.
gosh. Ang
Meron
gandang,
kasing
ang
hi, hello, goodbye eh. May
Yeah.
mga ganon. That's not very relator.
Mhm,
Ayan. So baka
Pero
hindi
siya hindi
nangyayari sa'yo
talaga.
yung blind
Relationship
spot.
talaga si Nika.
Mm.
Sobrang,
May
yung
intention na
relationship. Yes, oo. At saka ako personally, I would see Nika as one of my good friends, no? Siya yung tipong for keeps. Yes, for
Yeah.
keeps. Kasi
Yeah,
hindi
so
siya,
Libre
ano ba
siyang
yan?
kanto.
On national
Libre
FB
siyang
pa.
cover tapos yan.
Hindi kasi, kaya ko nasabi yun kasi I could see maski yung mga friends niya before, nung mga nakikilala niya dati, until now, wala ka talaga masasabing masama sa kanya. Lahat talaga napakasamahan niya ng maayos and so on and so forth. So, ano siya, I think yun talaga yung, kung tatanungin mo ako, yun yung favorite ko. Yun yung favorite, yung relator siguro. I think it should be your top 5 also. I don't
You're
know.
so sweet. Ayoko na. I've melted. My
Asus,
chair.
ayan na. Anong strength yan?
Pangilan ko ba yung relator? Pang third ko yata yan eh. Ay, pang fourth ko yan eh.
Fourth.
Kailangan ko tong lalo pang
Enhance.
kasi ako yung tao na nakapag nasa party, hanapin ko muna una, nasan ba yung mga friends ko, tapos magstay ako sa kanila. Ayan, medyo sa akin, raw pa talaga siya. Come on, kahit nga mga idol ko dati nakita ko sa convention, gumilid pa ako, palapit na siya, imbis na i-approach ko na madaan siya sa akin, gumilid pa ako kasi nahiya talaga ako mag-break ng ice. Medyo
Sila pa naman yung nag-a-approach sa'yo kasi idol ka din nila.
Wow!
Ayan,
nice.
thank you daw, sabi ni Catherine. You're most welcome,
You're
Catherine. So
welcome.
if you want to know more nga, you can contact your coach or your existing coach or si Coach Rod, pwede din. Oh, I'm interested to know also, si John, nag-comment din siya. I want, oh my gosh, this is from one coach to another.
Another.
Sobrang amazing kasi for Coach Ron kasi parang yun din yung naisip ko na how is it like coaching yourself? I don't know if alam mo nakita mo na yung strengths mo. How are you able to process it? How are you able to identify your raw and your mature strengths and yung mga blind spots mo kasi it's very hard to identify for me it's very hard to identify kung sarili mo yung tinitignan mo kasi like for me nung nakita ko yung top 5 ko yun talaga naguluhan talaga ako sabi ko asang banda sa akin yung futuristic asang banda sa akin yung what else
Remember that.
yung connectedness medyo nakaka-relate ako yung arranger nasa banda sa akin yun so ikaw naman, how were you able to coach yourself or to assess yourself based on your top 5? And then we go to John's top 5 also.
Actually, coach na ako noon and nagpa-coach ako kay Coach Val. 'Di ba? Kasi mahirap even coaches need coaches and kumbaga connect to people na kailangan natin ng different sets of eyes that will help us provide different perspective, kumbaga, especially ng sarili natin, no? And great thing, meron din ako mga group na nakakausap namin yung isa't isa about our own strengths, ganyan. Kapag mag-isa ka kasi, parang nakakatamad. Nakakatamad pag alam mo na yan eh. Alam ko na to eh. Maganda kasi meron kayong dialogue. Meron kayong napag-uusapan. And good thing with the group, kahit group chat lang yan, napag-uusapan namin na may na-experience akong energizing moment. I think it's my ganito. Or visit ako kasi, sabihin ko na lang, visit ako ng isang araw. Kasi analytical din ako eh. Number 1 ko rin pareho kami ni John. Analytical ako. And I need an information. And ang kinonta ko, yung taong dapat may information na yun. Tapos wala siyang masagot. So visit ako ng araw na yun. So sabi ko, so, kayong mga ganyan, hindi nyo alam yung ganito. Tama ba? Hindi binigay ng company yung information na yan sa inyo, pero dapat kayo yung tanungin. So, I was like, oh, wait. So, paglabas ko, okay, dumadark side ako dyan. Dumadark side yung analytical ko. Ganyan. So, medyo mainitin kasi si analytical kapag yung data na kailangan, hindi ma-provide ng source. So, nakakainis yan sa analytical. Ba't ka natatawa, Monica?
I'm sorry, Coach John. Kasi nakikita ko siya nung sinasabi mo eh.
Kaya parang naiisip ko na kung kayo dapat ang source, dapat may input kayo eh. Input kasi talagang collect ulit ng source eh. Para pag may nagtanong sa inyo, kayang-kaya niyong ibigay lahat. Ganyan. So, ang nangyayari, wala akong magawa. So, naiinis ako sa mga ganong pangyayari. Ang nakakatuwa, nasa top 5 ni Coach John, ang yung maximizer, siya yung last ko talaga. Restorative kasi ako. Unlikely pairs yung restorative. Restorative loves to talk about problems. Maximizer loves to talk about success.
Great things.
Ayan. Ako, I'm not intimidated by people who have problems. I can talk to them kahit yung mga drama nila sa buhay, kaya kong kaya kong i-absorb. Medyo na-intimidate naman ako talking to people who are very successful and interview din. Medyo dyan ako kinakabahan. Compared sa maximizer, mas nado-drawn sila sa mga may mga friends akong maximizer na kailangan may ROI yung lahat ng gagawin. Hindi pwedeng gagawin mo lang to for the sake of you just wanna do it. It has to have something in return, otherwise we are just wasting time here. Kailangan ganon. And ayaw ng mga maximizer na pinipinpoint mo yung mga mali nila. Ayan. Parang kailangan mo nang sabihin na kailangan mo nang hingan ng permiso. Huwag unsolicited, guys, if you are going to criticize someone with maximizer. Yun, based on my experience din naman. Ayun.
Oh my gosh, John. Bistado ka na namin. But even before I learned about these strengths, no, kaya sobra akong natatawa kasi biglang I get you now, Nika. Biglang dumadating sa akin yung mga usapan natin before, yung mga experiences natin before. Super, oo nga, no, marirealize mo, tama nga talaga, no, sobrang nakakatawa.
Oo, Coach Ron kasi si Heidi. So, she told it to me in passing lang na magte-take nga siya ng Gallup Strengths Assessment before. She knows na we're giving those kind of training then. Tapos sabi ko, okay, I'm excited to know kung ano ka talaga. Ano ka talaga. I want to know your strengths, sis. Sabi ko sa kanya gano'n. Tapos when she sent out the top 5 strengths, hindi siya masyadong convinced talaga with how parang, sis, I don't feel like I'm this and that. So I had to tell her a lot of situation na imagine, ikaw yung futuristic, ikaw yung palaging ngayon pa lang tayo, ang dami mo nang naplano for the future. Alam mo yun, hindi pa na natin natatapos tong task na to. Meron ka nang naiisip for the future in the next 3 to 5 years. Tapos yung yung pagiging arranger mo, sobrang, palaging ikaw na lang yung, actually, yung isa niyang name din before sa group namin, Epaloid.
Epaloid.
Tatlo kami noon, Si John, si John, asawa niya, si John, tsaka si Cliff. So, tawag sa amin dati, Epaloids.
Alam mo yun, ang daming gustong gawin. So,
Na, meron din ako nakausap na ganyan. Kasi usually, the report, lalo na kapag top 5, yung nakukuha mo doon is more on the positive, positive side ng mga strengths natin. And most of the time, or sabihin na natin years, lagi tayong nakafocus sa mga bagay na hindi tayo. Yung parang hindi maganda sa atin. So, ang ginawa ko sa kanya, sa kino-coach ko before is, yes, pinakita ko yung positive side. Now, let's talk on the blind spots. Tapos nila, oh my God, lahat pala ng ginagawa ko, blind spots ng ng talents ko. Well, at least aware ka na ngayon, is-shift na natin siya into something more mature para mas manage na natin yung mga potential na vulnerabilities and ma-maximize natin yung yung positive part ng mga talents natin for them to become strengths. Meron akong ito yung natutuwa ako sa sinabi ni Coach John. Ayan. Na yung mga talents natin, depende kasi kung ano yung i-focus natin eh. Sometimes nag-shift tayo ng focus kung ano ba yung i-develop nating mga parts ng talents natin. Before, when I was nung financial advisor ako, ang finocus ko talaga analytical. Na kasi hindi ako mahilig mag-approach ng mga tao. Sabi ko, paano ba ma-approach ako ng mga tao? Gusto ko sila yung lumalapit sa akin. So, ang ginawa ko is doon sa Facebook group na Pinoy Insurance Talk, ang ginagawa ko, isa sa development plan ng analytical is you can provide valuable insights. Kasi may I can do research, etc. Tapos nagkakaroon ako ng, wow, oo nga, no. Ang tanong doon, ano naman yung medium mo? How do you share to people? Dapat magkaroon ako ng platform para ma-share ko yung valuable insights. So finocus ko yung analytical ko. Doon ako nagkaroon ng, yun nga yung sinasabi ko guys, because of Clifton strengths, sabi ko naging MDRT ako ng twice nang hindi ako nag-approach ng people. Sila yung nag-approach sa akin because of my analytical. Yun yung finocus ko. But this last year, nung nakita ko pandemic, what I focused more on is empathy. Yung empathy, top 7 ko. So, nag-iiba yung yes, I'm still analytical. Talent ko pa rin yung analytical. But this time, I'm shifting my focus. Nag-acquire ako ng new skills when it comes to life coaching and also knowledge about people. Paano ko pa ma-enhance yung empathy ko. So, I agree dito kay Coach John na may mga iba-iba nagpe-play kahit na may analytical siya. Kahit top 1 niya yon, kahit top 1 ko din yung analytical ko, magkaiba kami ng ways ng paano namin ginagamit yung analytical. So, ayan. Kasi it's also influenced by other talent teams natin eh.
Correct. I know na nasagot na natin to kanina, Coach Ron, pero offline kasi natin yung nasagot. For both you and Nika, this is my question. Do you think that there are strengths in your top 5 or wherever na parang feeling nyo contradicting or non-complementing? Is there such thing?
Sa akin, so umpisa akala ko contradicting si activator sa si relator. Si activator kasi sugod agad eh. Si relator, when it comes to people, atras muna. Ganyan. So sabi ko, wow, meron din akong nakausap, meron din dito nag-post ng deliberative eh. Meron din ditong deliberative si Joy. Meron ding akong nakausap na may deliberative. Meron din siyang activator. Sabi ko, paano nagma-manifest yung deliberative? Deliberative din kasi is risk averse. iniisip niya muna kung ano yung mga pwedeng maging risk bago siya gumalaw. Si activator naman, ay naku, wala nang risk, dire-diretso na tayo. Ganyan. So, kumbaga, unlikely pairs sila. So, si relator, hindi masyadong parang woo, na, wow, hello, hi, my name is Ron, hindi ako ganun. So, doon na lang tayo sa mas extreme, deliberative and activator. Nakita ko doon si activator, when it comes to business and career, go, go, go siya. But when it comes to relationship, deliberative siya. Medyo guarded siya. When it comes to emotions and feelings and having a relationship with other people. Ganon din ako sa activator na when it comes to things na kailangan gawin, ako na nga lang. Hindi ko na kailangan hintayin. Ako na nga lang gagawa. Ayaw niyo ko. Ako na lang. Pero when it comes to people, wait lang, ako yung medyo mas reserved na pwede
Oo,
pa kayo
hindi
na
mo
lang lumapit
nasusug.
sa akin. Pwede muna kayo na magpakilala, please, nahihiya ako. Mga ganon.
Ang
So
galing.
akala ko
Ikaw,
noon
Nika.
contradicting sa ibang part pala siya ng life ko siya gumagana. Ayun.
I
Nice,
think
nice. Yes, how about you,
sorry.
Nika?
Oo. So kanina parang yun nga yung nabigay na situation sa akin ni Coach Ron. Yun yung naging contradicting talaga sa akin because I'm always open to talking to people. So kasi yung pagiging yung developer ko pala yung umiiral sa akin most of the time kasi nga yung relator ko yung parang hindi ko talaga siya makita na na I'm not that or I would say na raw pala. Tama ba, Coach Ron? Is my relator strength theme raw or mature if I can basically keep a deeper connection or like yung
I think ang nakita ko lang kanina is di mo lang siya masyadong naintindihan na baka nakafocus ka sa blind spot ng relator na ayoko na mag-expand ng network. Akala relator ako supposedly ayaw ko. Hindi naman ganun si relator.
right.
Ang gusto ni relator talaga ay may mutually rewarding relationships with people. Mas comfortable lang si relator sa mga friends, but it doesn't mean na someone with relator is not open to build new connections with others. Pinagsama natin sabihin natin pagsamahin natin si developer and and relator. So nakikita natin na kumbaga there's an opportunity to build more and solid relationship with people because I am curious about their development.
That's right.
Because
Okay.
ganon.
Yung in addition to that, Heidi, so I also have yung responsibility, right? My top 6 is focus. Siguro yun, isa yun sa contradicting din. Kasi nga, I can focus, but then again, I have that responsibility na sometimes it's already questionable. Ano ba talagang focus mo? Right? So, pero,
Kasi lahat tinanggap mo na.
oo. So yun, I think if there's anything na contradicting sa top 10 ko, I think that would be it.
Grabe, no? Ako kasi, hindi ko alam kung I think sa ngayon hindi ko pa talaga ma-identify which ones are contradicting do sa talents ko. Kasi ang na-experience ko lang right now is na-appreciate ko kung bakit top 5 ko sila. Kasi at first talaga I was really doubtful na parang feeling ko hindi siya parang hindi naman talaga ako yun, alam mo yun. So yun yung na-appreciate ko talaga, pero as to kung merong contradicting dun sa talents ko, I think I have yet to find that out. Eto, may input si Coach John. Ayan. And then, Coach Ron, meron din tayong question dito from Carla. What's the difference sa ideation and intellection?
Wow, kasi si Carla meron niyang intellection Ay, sorry, meron siyang ideation si Carla. Okay. Paano ko ba 'to kung tinitingnan ko ideation is ang thinking niya palabas, intellection ang thinking niya paloob. If you can understand me, Carla, ha? Kumbaga, si ideation is more about possibilities, about
Out of the box ideas, ganyan.
oh yeah. Intellection naman is
Mm.
more on parang philosophical ang kanyang
Philosophical,
approach.
yeah.
Si ideation loves something new. Si intellection loves theories. Parang ganyan. Mas malalim mag-isip si intellection. Kumbaga ano yung mga theory of this, that, mas gusto pa niya. Si intellection may tendency na mas gusto niya mag-isa. Si ideation gusto niya mas merong nakikinig to share.
Nice,
Ayan.
nice.
Yes.
Alright. Si Jason din, nag-ano rin dito. The Jason Matthew din, naglagay din dito, no? Meron, ito daw yung kanyang top 5. Okay, strategic, activation, ideation, connectedness, and command. Okay. So, meron pa tayong, ayan, ang dami natin connectedness. Di ka, meron ka rin bang connectedness? Let me review again
12.
your,
That's my
12 mo
12.
siya.
Mm.
Grabe no. Pero feeling ko parang pareho din siya doon sa mga top 5 mo kasi parang relational yung ano, based on relationship kasi din yung sa top 5 mo. Super, alam mo, ang dami nating, naka 1 hour na tayo guys, alam niyo, pero feeling ko, ang dami pa nating, di ba, ganun na kabilis.
Oo nga.
Ang bilis lang.
Pero, ang bilis na talaga, pero as I said talaga, this is the kind of topic talaga that will get you, ano talaga kailangan you brace yourself when it comes to this kind of topic because this is really interesting and when people realize how important it is to know your strengths, sobrang ma-amaze ka rin talaga sa madidiscover mo sa sarili mo. And for me nga, parang shortcut siya to success eh. Kasi hindi ka nabibigyan ng problema, hindi ka na mag-iisip kung saan ka ba magaling. Kasi eto na siya. Parang gano'n, di ba?
Actually,
Pero Coach
yun
Rod,
din yung
yeah.
pagkakasabi ni sa Clifton Strengths sa Gallup na the great thing with Clifton Strengths is you will already know where to start and what are the tools that you are going to use for you to succeed in life and in your career, paano magkaroon ng mas mataas na performance level, and at the same time fulfilled ka, happy ka kasi you maximize, you develop who you really are na hindi ka na confused. Saan pa ba ako? And the great thing with knowing your own, you will have this parang insights also kung kanino ba ako makikipag-partner. Sino kaya yung mga tao na pwede kong kausapin so that we
Yes!
can create wonderful collaborations and partnership with
Agree.
people. Yun yung natutuwa ako dito. Ayan.
Imagine, no, kung lahat nag-take ng Gallup Strengths Finder, no? You just have to, tas lalagay, sa lahat ng resume, or CV na i-submit, lalagay mo yung strengths mo doon. Your manager would immediately know if magiging okay ka to the company or saan ka ilalagay doon sa kumpanya. Alam mo yung gano'n, yun yung mga wild na sobrang naiisip ko eh. How about you, Nika? What is your realization after taking the Gallup Strengths Finder, and then how are you, if you are to encourage our viewers about this assessment, anong gusto mong sabihin sa kanila bukod sa I love you too, babe?
Sa chat ko na
Na
nga lang na I love you
masyado
too
niyo
eh.
naman kaming pinapakilig dito tapos na
Oo nga.
February.
Hindi, actually, since na-mention ni Coach Ron yung mga partnership na yan, actually, one thing I really like after taking this assessment, obviously, my husband is a certified coach of the Gallup Strengths. I like that we are able to use it talaga in almost all aspects of our lives. So we understand each other better. So kumbaga, more than understanding yourself, it would also help you understand other people, even though they haven't taken any exams or the assessment yet. So knowing who you truly are is already one thing. Sobrang magiging successful ka na. Parang it's already, knowing your strengths would already give you that confidence in you that I am not I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing any piece. I am complete. I just have to know
Yeah.
how to capitalize on my strengths, basically. So yun, it would really be great if people would know their strengths talaga and really not look on their mga, I wouldn't want to say it kasi na weaknesses. Kasi I believe that there are no such thing as weaknesses. It's just that hindi lang tayo aware na magaling pala tayo sa, this and that. So, yun. And the idea na parang one out of what? How many million, Coach Ron? If you would still remember, one out of
33 to 36.
633
33
million.
or 34 million yung same
Oo,
sequence ba?
yung
Yung 1 to 5?
probability,
1. Yeah,
having
1
that
out of
probability.
34 million or 33
Mm-mm.
million. Can you
One
imagine
out
naman?
of 34 million lang yung probability or yung chance na magkaroon ka ng kapareho na top 10
No.
strength. So, it made me feel
Top 5
really
lang.
good.
Kahit top
Top
5
5
lang.
lang. So,
Oo.
yeah,
So guys,
just
kapag may
knowing
nakita
that,
kayong ganun
diba? So just knowing that, sobrang it made me feel really good about myself. I embraced myself kasi no one can do it better than I do.
And special,
Right?
di ba? Because 1 in
Super
34
special.
million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Oh
yun,
my
yun
gosh.
siguro.
Yeah, and ito rin, ibasahin din natin yung comment ni Kat Tuason. Harmony, relator, developer, empathy, individualization. Nagulat ako nung nalaman ko top 5 for the first time kasi all under relationship building pero now may na-enlighten na ako ano yung nag-i-influence on how I do things, plan, execute, etc. Same
Heidi,
goes with, yes, go.
pwede ako magkwento dyan sa about kay Kat. Dun sa
Go
mga
ahead.
results niya. Meron din kasi akong nakasamang na puro relationship building. Sabi niya sa akin, bakit ako puro soft skills? Sabi ko, anong soft skills? Bakit yung puro soft skills daw yung result niya? Kasi lahat daw kulay blue, puro relationship building. Sabi ko, hindi yan soft skills. Those are talents. Ganyan. And it doesn't mean na relationship building ka, wala kang magagawa, wala ka na magagawa. It's just that iba yung way mo of executing things. Like, for example, harmony, relator, developer, empathy, and individualization. The way you execute things, you become great when it comes to achieving and accomplishing together with people. Kasi yun yung doon ka naka-focus, affiliation with people rather than task-oriented.
That's right.
Pag task-oriented ka, ipapagawa ko sa'yo, task-oriented na wala man lang ibang taong makakasama, wala man lang, hindi mo nakikita na this will help other people because of developer. Kapag task-oriented na it will lead to something na will magkakaroon ng conflicts, hindi mo magugustuhan talaga yung mga ganong klaseng execution ng mga task. Kasi the way na mag-work yung mga relationship building, mas masaya sila with people. And they accomplish together. Hindi yung mag-isa ka lang. May ibang tao kasi na task-oriented, very, yung executing yung themes nila, na kaya nila mag-isa. Diba? Na kaya nila, kahit walang kasama, diba? Okay lang. Yun yung na-realize niya, oo nga, no, parang ang dami ko naman palang na-achieve, ang dami ko na-accomplish. It's just that, masaya ako talaga na ginagawa ko siya with other people. Ayun.
With the
So,
team,
ganun
no?
siya.
So, ano pala to? Team
Yeah.
player pala si Kat. Which is
Mm-mm.
nice, 'di ba? So, yun nga yun eh. Siguro I think to wrap this off, ang ano lang din natin dito, one of the biggest realization din that we can get out of this conversation, no, is yun nga, since we are unique, we are 1 in 34 million of having that same set of top 5 strengths. We have our own way of doing things, katulad nga na sinabi ni Coach Ron, no? We have our own way of doing things. So, no matter what kind of definition of success you have, if you are in that kind of situation wherein you have to build your way towards that success, you maximize all your strengths. Just focus on your strengths because it will be more enjoyable. The journey will be more enjoyable. Kasi for example, like dito kay Kat, team player pala siya. What if pinipilit niya yung sarili niya na ginagawa niya yung things on her own? It's not enjoyable. Yes, possible na maging successful, but yung path niya going there may not be as parang magiging tiring yun for her because this is not the strength that she possesses. She needs a team. And yun nga kung it's very ideal talaga, no, if ever yung mga company or yung bansa natin, everybody knows their strengths. Andali siguro magkakaintindihan tayo, may iwasan natin yung division because we would understand na kaya pala kasi siya ganito kasi ganito yung strength niya or dapat ganito ko siya kausapin kasi ganito dapat nakikipag-deal. So you don't really focus on yourself anymore, but you focus on the people around you kasi baka naman kaya hindi sila katulad mo. Iba talaga sila kasi 1 in 34 million din sila. So, I guess that's really, I don't know. Anything else? Guys, this is lumagpas na tayo ng 1 hour. Sobrang ganda talaga nitong Strengths Finder na to. That's why I'm really, really passionate about this one, no? Pero please, if you have other programs, if you have a thing in the future, please let our audience know para masuportahan din nila kayo. Let's start with Sis Nika. Go.
Promotion pala. We are working on some programs that we can offer publicly, but I would rather keep it private first. But you will definitely one of those people na unang makakaalam once we launch it again. So, but I would like to reiterate lang the importance of knowing who you truly are, knowing your strengths. Kasi it's really sad when you question who you are, when you question na parang kulang, parang may mali sa akin. You will never succeed when you doubt yourself. Once you start doubting yourself, definitely you will attract that.
Agree 100%. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that, sis. Coach Ron, ikaw naman. Ikaw ang marami talagang ipopromote. Hindi ko na alam kung paano mo ginagawa yung araw mo. Go ahead.
Hi guys, on March 26, meron kaming workshop, the personal growth workshop. This is a workshop that will, sabi ko nga, beware clarity ahead. Kasi this will uncover kung ano yung focus natin ng growth natin sa life natin. And also on April 10, I have this workshop also, Strengths Unlocked. Ayan, it's mga 7 hours na workshop. And lastly lang, kaya tayo siguro na tumagal dito, hindi natin napansin. Guys, I would love people to start having these kinds of conversations among families, friends, diba? Teams, diba? Diba? Napakasarap mag-usap about other people's strengths, also your own strengths. You let them know kung ano yung meron ka and you get to know them also yung sa kanila. Ito yung hindi nagiging normal sa atin. Sa atin before. At least ngayon nagsisimula na. So hopefully actually masarap siya, guys. Diba? Tatlo kami dito, may mga although a bit of sa mga nagchat-chat, but if you do this with your family, with your friends, with your colleagues, mas matututunan natin paano mag-work together as one. Yun lang. Thank you.
Yes, and speaking of family, my family will also be taking this kind of assessment. Even my 11-year-old kid and my 14-year-old daughter, magte-take din sila nito. And of course, my husband, because I would love to understand like kung saan siya nagagaling. Hindi, sobrang feeling ko sobrang compatible kami ni Sherwin, nung husband ko. But I really would want to learn more about our relationship based naman dun sa strengths na pwede mag-complement sa aming dalawa. And of course, my kids, mabuti tayo kasi mabuti sila kasi maaga silang mamulat sa ganitong klaseng assessment, no. Ngayon kasi tayo parang we have tried a lot of things before we were able to come across this assessment. But for them, I want them to start young and be introduced to this kind of assessment so that hindi na rin sila mag-aaksaya ng time and hindi na rin sila masasad about themselves because the kids kasi would normally feel na bakit yung friends ko ganito, bakit ako ganito lang, ganyan. So, I want to eliminate that self-doubt in them as early as now. That's why they are also scheduled to have this kind of session naman din. Oh my gosh, guys! Super! This is a very productive night. Thank you. I can't thank you enough, both of you, Nika and Coach Ron. Sobrang fruitful.
Thank you.
And I really hope that all of our viewers right now or pati yung mga manonood ng mga replays later on would be encouraged talaga to take the Gallup Strengths Finder. Thank you so much. Guys, next week we'll have another episode for the third episode doon sa ating Women's Month special. And for the third episode, ang maganda naman doon ang pag-uusapan natin ay health and fitness. Okay, so of course, when you are a woman, and not just a woman, not just women, but also for men. If you also want to watch this one, last week we discussed about building personal relationship with the Lord, which I believe is the core na dapat nating binubuo. And now we have learned how to harness our strength or how to know our strengths better and to capitalize on it. And of course, pag nalaman na natin yung dalawa na yun, bakit hindi naman natin alamin kung paano naman natin pangangalagaan yung pangangatawan na natin, di ba? Yung health and yung ating fitness naman yung pag-uusapan for next week. So, next week, sobrang excited din ako sa mga guests ko kasi hindi rin sila magkakilala. So, they will just know each other doon sa so connectedness ko to, di ba? So they will just know each other pagdating nung episode din namin. And I'm
Yes.
so excited.
Nice
And I
meeting
hope,
you, Nika.
yes, Nika. So maging friends na kayo sobra.
Yes,
Yes.
I
So I
followed you
hope you
already.
Yes.
So I hope you still tune in next week hanggang sa last Friday of the month kasi si Sir Jong Merida naman yung ating guest sa last
Wow.
Friday of the month to conclude this 4 installment episode na ginagawa natin for Women's Month. Again, thank you so much, Nika and Coach Ron. Until next
Thank
time,
you.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Coach Ron.
Thank you, Monica. Bye-bye.
Bye.